Zone C lost. Victory imminent. What can stop you if you fight together? Nothing. 3 opponents down.
That's a 5 on Huckleberry.
I burned the fuck out of them.
3 minutes. You're winning.
There you go.
Stay strong.
I'm on the wrong dodge. I'm on the wrong dodge.
Alright, this time instead of a 6-month hiatus, a new Destiny 2 season has been brought upon us in what feels like the blink of an eye. Suddenly, the moon is haunted again, but this time only in proximity as the Leviathan is back, even haunteder than ever. Callus is back, sounding spookier than ever. Crow is still feeling sad and Eris is still looking sus as hell. And on top of that, Bungie decided to throw at us some of the classic best PvP weapons of all time back into the mix, as well as a complete and total rework of the Solar subclass playstyle. And yet all of that new stuff is here, and here I am sitting before you, dear viewer, to talk about a launch Destiny 2 exotic, the Huckleberry submachine gun. And I do it in full confidence because the Huckleberry, while not slated to be the best weapon in the game, should be a first priority try for any submachine gun enthusiast in PvP in this current season. We're going to get into why right now. That is, after you take a second and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more. We are working towards 10,000 subscribers. We are also now streaming here on the YouTube channel. We've been streaming the first few days of the season. It's been a ton of fun. You can catch those streams around 6 or 7 p.m. PST, Tuesday through Sunday, every single day, except for Monday. So far, the streams have been a ton of fun, and I hope to catch you guys there. But just liking the video, watching the video, subscribing, leaving a comment, all that stuff helps the channel immensely. So if you do any of that, thank you. And let's crack into why you should be using the Huckleberry. Now, if you've been living under a rock, or maybe you're newer to Destiny 2, maybe you don't know about the Huckleberry, but let me tell you, this is one bad dad Jackson here. The Huckleberry is a tough 750 RPM piece of submachinery designed to let you unload high volume damage at whatever the hell may be on the other end of that barrel. As you fire it, as you hold down the trigger, the rate of fire will increase as well as the recoil. And to go along with that, you have the OG version of Rampage with the longer timer and higher damage boost. Meaning this bad boy is like a Ford F-150. It's built tough and it's built to last. I swear to God, the Huckleberry is so goddamn American, it feels like every time you get a kill on a thrall, you hear a goddamn eagle screech.
What can stop you if you fight?
Crack open a Budweiser, sit back, and watch anything in front of you get schmelted over time. But we ain't talking about the cushy realms of PvE, we're talking about PvP, brother. And let me tell you, the Huckleberry's mean in the PvP now. In all seriousness though, Huckleberry is one of those guns that's always been very good in the PvE side of the game, but it never quite took on in PvP because for a long time SMGs were just bad. And when SMGs were good, it was different archetypes than the 750 aggressives, and even then, what Huckleberry always suffered from was a lack of range due to its pitiful 13 base zoom that it used to have. But those days are long gone, let me tell you, because in Season of the Haunted, Bungie did the unthinkable, and they made SMGs universally more balanced by normalizing outliers in zoom, and bringing down those that had far too much zoom, like Multimach and Shayura's, and buffing up those that had too little, like our boy Huckleberry and Forensic Nightmare, and a few others, which, by the way, don't sleep on Forensic Nightmare, another video coming soon on that guy. But sporting a brand new spiffy 15 zoom, this puts the Huckleberry now comfortably in a 20 meter range drop off, where before it could barely reach 17 or 18. And those 2 meters may not sound like much, but it is all the difference in Destiny, because the average engagement distance in this game is right around 20 to 25 meters, meaning that Huckleberry better holds its damage, better holds its aim assistance and stickiness in your average combat engagements, which allows it to shine as a much better dueling weapon than it did previously. And really, that's all Huckleberry needed, because it had everything else. Incredible base time to kill, check. Ricochet rounds for being able to balance corners and add stability, check. OG Rampage so that every time you get a kill, not only are you fully reloading your mag, getting to maximum fire rate of 900 RPM while maintaining full damage, you now add a damage boost on top of it, and suddenly everything is dying very fast. Basically, you can think of Huckleberry now as like an inverse Taraba. Instead of getting a couple of kills to unlock the chainsaw mode, the chainsaw mode starts for you, and that's how you get your first kill, and then it goes buzzsaw from then on. Just like its archetype, it's right out the gate a much more aggressive SMG than a lot of its other counterparts. It incentivizes getting in there and taking the dumbest, aggressive, strafiest gunfights you can, because if you get the kill, you get the reload, and you get the damage, and you can get back to clapping cheeks. So, how then should we build Huckleberry to best maximize this potential? Well, this may shock you to hear this, but I highly recommend playing Huckleberry with Peacekeepers and on Titan. Because one, well, I'm a Titan main. What else do you expect from me? I'm gonna shill for my own class. That's just kind of how that works. And two, everything about Peacekeepers plays into the Huckleberry playstyle. You move faster, you strafe faster, you can jump farther, slide farther, and in general, get in someone's face very fast. And if you have to switch weapons for some reason, well, your Huckleberry's gonna get automatically reloaded. The extra handling is also quite nice as well, and most of all, in the Season of the Haunt sandbox, Huckleberry has 35 base airborne effectiveness. With the Peacekeepers, this makes Huckleberry quite viable as a death bombing tool through the air. But Titan shilling aside, obviously it is very synergistic to run a weapon that in theory has infinite ammo and infinite damage boosts with a Devour Warlock. Devour Warlock's kind of a lost art in the midst of everything that's going on in the Crucible. A lot of people don't seem to appreciate how easy it is to proc Devour nowadays, and if you get Devour going, and then start devouring with the Huckleberry, well, guess what? You just built a full auto Crimson that shoots at 900 RPM. Sounds pretty good, right? As for what you could do on Hunter with the Huckleberry, well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but I kind of barely play Hunter, so I'm kind of picking at straws. But I'm assuming you can make the Huckleberry quite deadly with something like Dragon Shadow and like a spam invis build. You could be really annoying with Gemini Jesters. I'm sure you Hunter mains are creative enough to figure this out, but use something that's going to be synergistic with the fact that Huckleberry is going to be the primary weapon in your hands, and you want to get close and duel with Huckleberry only, similar to how you would play something like Hawkmoon or Taraba. So if you have loadouts that feel good with those weapons on Hunter, that's probably going to be your best bet. So is Huckleberry the new best SMG in the game? Probably not. Is it finally very good in the Crucible? Absolutely. And I think it's going to go a little bit underrated. This might be one of the new quick play stomp tier weapons. If you know how to use it, you're never going to reload, you're going to win a lot of your duels, and you're going to annoy the hell out of a lot of people. I mean, that clip in the beginning of the video kind of speaks for itself. Very few weapons in the game can do that, and it's just so satisfying. Huckleberry has great sound, great animations, and you just feel good using it, right? A lot of times we get caught up in Destiny about following a meta and following the most efficient routes to be the best players we can be, but let's be honest, this is a casual ass shooter, and sometimes we just want to have fun as space wizards running around with giant big guns, and Huckleberry fulfills the fantasy of just like sitting at the hilltop and just mowing down everybody who dares come near you. But instead of being stationary with something like Sweet Business or Bad Juju, you can fly in at Mach speed with something like Peacekeepers or blink in as a Warlock or whatever. Huckleberry is so fun, so frenetic, and I highly recommend you give it a try. But that is the end of this video. This is our first review for Season of the Haunted. We got much more content coming your way. We're playing a shit ton right now. Me and Gumi are incredibly busy trying to work on what we're going to be doing next for content. In fact, if you guys have suggestions for what you want us to review first, leave them in the comments down below. We have a couple ideas floating around already. We're going to be doing some Solar 3.0 stuff coming soon, some build recommendations for Titan. That's in the pipeline. And then on top of that, as I said in the beginning of the video, we're streaming. We're streaming every day, more or less. Monday's going to be the off day. Like I said, Tuesday through Sunday, around 6 or 7 p.m. Pacific time, you can find us live here on the YouTube channel. We've been doing Crucible. We've been doing Leviathan grinding for the new weapons. When the dungeon comes out on Friday, we will be live early at reset to stream the dungeon. I'll also put another announcement in our Discord, which our Discord is linked in the description as well as a community post about that. But we will be doing the dungeon on Friday, me, my brother, and Gooby. So make sure you tune in for that. Most of all, though, make sure you leave a like, subscribe for more content, comment down below. I'm tired. There's been too much content these last few days. My sleep schedule is ruined. So thank you guys for watching. We will see you in the next one. Peace.